Hello and welcome back as we continue our discussion of CloudFront, this time focusing on some performance considerations. So let's jump back into CloudFront Essentials here and then click over to Performance Considerations. So first, let's talk about what can negatively affect CloudFront. Well, first is file size and file type. And this goes hand in hand with having to remake the request from the edge location to the origin, because downloading the object from the origin does take time. And for rather large files, that can take a long time, as well as writing it to cache and responding to the user's request. And also, the more requests that have to go to the origin, the higher the load on your source, which can also cause latency and load performance issues. So what you want to think about here is that, let's say you have two edge locations as a part of your distribution, one in Europe and one in Asia. In Europe, you may have a lot of users and that edge location is filled up with a lot of cache data. However, in Asia, you may not have a lot of customers and that edge location really doesn't have any data that's cached. When one of your Asian users goes and hits that particular edge location, it's going to go have to grab the information from the source. However, in some situations, it may be better just to deactivate or not use that edge location in Asia and have your Asia customers go and hit the edge location in Europe that is already filled with all of that cache data. That may actually help improve performance in certain circumstances. Also, the end location that the user's request goes to is dependent upon a DNS check to determine the closest edge location. So slow DNS issues can cause performance issues. Next is query strings, which are requests to the origin to serve specific objects, and this can reduce cache hits. So here's an example of a query string, and it reduces performance because query strings are often unique. So it reduces the cache hits and also requires extra work in order to forward to the origin location. So now what about increasing performance? Well, one of the great ways to increase performance is to have longer cache periods. So this means less frequent requests to the source. So those are just some quick tidbits that you should be aware of while working with CloudFront. And with that, we will conclude this lesson. Thank you for watching. You may now move on.